The security of the nation depends on the men and women who serve in the 5 rings of the Pentagon. Before any military action can be taken anywhere in the world, the mission must be planned and approved in the outer and most important ring, the E-ring.
Anacostia imports.
Cisnewski.
Go ahead.
Right flank. I got it.
Bobby, Charlie.
Sergeant, if you give me grease for some 10-year-old, that's it. I'm not. Right there!
Isolation room. We got a mission. Now. It'll be a snatch and grab. Our target's name is Tamid Yassin, a former Taliban commander who fled Afghanistan when we invaded.
Now he's hiding out in Pakistan.
In a house on the outskirts of Karachi. Now, since he moves every 48 hours, our window of opportunity is already closing.
So we're linking up with the locals?
Negative. This one's gonna be black.
So why are we keeping the Pakistanis out of loop?
The guy we're after is Pashtun. Same tribe as half the officers in Pakistani intelligence. Gentlemen, start your engines. Yes, they're our allies, but tribal loyalties run deep. We don't want to risk them tipping off the target.
Let's do it.
So we're going to go in after evening prayers, pick them up nice and quiet. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Thanks to our joint operations with Pakistan, they already know who most of us are. So this is our story. Our cover mission is we're going after a deserter. It's a perfect excuse for why we're conducting a clandestine op. We're going after an AWOL American officer, and we're too embarrassed to admit it to our Pakistani hosts. So that's the box. If we're caught, we stay in that box, we're gonna be fine.
Don't shoot! Hold your fire!
Steady, boys, steady.
Colonel Cisnewski, please have your men lower their weapons, sir.
Okay.
All right, easy, easy.
Thank you so much for coming, General Hafiz.
I wish it were under more pleasant circumstances.
Yes, I hope you understand we meant no disrespect to the people of Pakistan. We were embarrassed.
To say you were after a deserter?
You have to admit it's not something my country would want to advertise. It's humiliating.
So, U.S. soldiers conducting a clandestine operation on Pakistani soil without our permission was about pride?
Yes, I suppose it was.
Miss Lister, our president is taking a great risk by supporting America on the war on terror, when many of our countrymen would rather be fighting for the other side. If this ever became public...
General, the last thing that we want is to destabilize your president or give ammunition to his enemies. We apologize.
So that is your answer? We're sorry?
Look, we're allies. If it were up to me, I would have let you know we were coming. But you know how it is, taking orders from politicians.
You know what I think, Colonel? I think there is no deserter. I think you and your men... Well, apparently those politicians have done their job. You and your men are free to go.
Operation Radio Flyer.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Radio Flyer was the working cover name of the Pakistani op before we changed it.
Right, from the first draft of the 136 we circulated. So?
The officer who questioned me in Pakistan had the words Radio Flyer written on his interrogation plan. Somebody tipped off the Pakistanis that we were coming.
But the only people that would know that old cover name work here.
Yes, ma'am. We have a spy in the E-ring.
we need to keep the circle small. For now, nobody outside this room should know the FBI has begun an investigation.
Look, I appreciate that the FBI has jurisdiction here, Agent Chafe, but Colonel McNulty has a need to know. He's the CEO of Special Operations.
Which means he's had access to the compromised intelligence and he has to be considered a suspect.
Colonel McNulty is not a spy.
Maybe he's having nookie with someone who is. Maybe he talks in his sleep. The point is that the fewer people who know we're hunting, the more likely we are to kill the bear.
Agent Chafee is right, Colonel.
Now, look, we got lucky in Karachi, but leaked intel gets officers killed. Now, my responsibility is to protect my men, and in order to do that, I need to inform certain key individuals.
Here's the thing about spies, Colonel. The second a spy even suspects that somebody's onto them, they stop spying, and we never catch them.
This is not my first day on the job, Agent Chafee.
You contacted the FBI because domestic counterespionage is our beat. Any questions? I'll contact you.
Agent Chafee, if you want to keep this investigation quiet, I suggest you work hand in hand with Colonel Tisnewski.
Well, that's a very kind offer, ma'am, but Colonel Tisnewski cannot legally participate in any investigations on American soil.
Have you heard of the DoD Directive 521036, also known as Focal Point? No. It allows me to loan Colonel Tisnewski's services to another federal agency. I used to be a lawyer.
Well, that's very generous, ma'am. But unfortunately...
Colonel Tisnewski is a familiar face around here. His asking questions about a blown operation won't arouse suspicion. A dozen FBI agents in off-the-rack suits, on the other hand.
I'll look forward to working with you.
These are the individuals that were read onto the operation when it was still codenamed Radio Flyer.
There's more than 60 names on this list.
Our operations require approval and support from multiple departments. We have to requisition planes, ground support, SIGINT.
Amazing you people ever keep a secret. Okay, well, this is step one. We've identified everybody who might have an opportunity to commit the crime, and step two is going to be figuring out who on this list have the means to pass the intel on to the Pakistanis.
FBI conducts routine surveillance of all Pakistani nationals residing in the D.C. area, right?
Of course, diplomats, embassy personnel, students with visas.
So maybe one of them shops at the same supermarket or works out at the same gym as somebody on our list.
We'll make concentric circles and we'll look for overlaps.
Take the time to really get to know these people. Where do they live? Where do they pray? Where do they shop?
One thing they have in common, more than half of them work inside.
Which means that we have a better than 50-50 chance that's where our spy works.
So we access their hard drives, burn bags, logbooks.
If we single anybody out, we're going to tip off the spy.
So we don't single them out.
How do we do that?
Well, we can't lock down the whole building, but we can lock down Saad under the pretense of routine security check.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your semi-annual OPSEC inspection. Please continue your work and allow security personnel to perform their duties without delay.
Then we search everybody in the department, but specifically the people on our list.
Can you believe this crap?
I know. I finally get a couple of days off, and I managed to get myself locked in.
So what happened in Karachi?
My guess is that we got burned by a local source. Maybe the guy who delivered the vehicle or the landlord who tipped us off about where the target was hiding.
Yeah, that's the problem with trusting foreign human. You give me good old-fashioned American baby blues on the ground every time, at least we know we're all on the same side.
I hear you, sir.
So, as soon as they unlock the vault, I'm gonna have a little chat with the boys in DIA about the status of our intelligence network in Pakistan.
I wouldn't be too hard on them, sir.
Hey, anything that increases the risk to our guys, I can't ignore. And don't let the IG's office try to blame me for the security breakdown. They start giving me a hard time, I have your back.
I appreciate that, sir.
Hello? Daddy's home. Girls?
What's with the lockdown, sir?
Security check.
Please try to keep those in order. I have a system.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
J3 Side, Master Sergeant Pierce speaking.
I'll lock myself out. And suppose you left the key under the mat.
I'm pretty sure that's a federal crime.
What's going on anyway? Somebody in trouble?
They do this once in a while. The last time we were on lockdown was because Colonel McNulty lost a classified disc. We were stuck in here for 6 hours.
Well, I hope you get out a little sooner than that. I got 2 tickets to the Capitals game. Puck drops at 7.
Sharp.
Now, what kind of self-respecting black man likes hockey?
Spent 2 years stationed in Elmendorf. Nothing to do in Alaska but paperwork and hockey.
Now, Brian, we've been out almost every night for the past 3 weeks.
And why is that a problem?
That's the third chick flick in a row. You never picked it again.
Bobby.
Where are the girls, Beth?
They're spending the night at Patty's. If I'd known you were going to be here, I never would have...
Yeah. I bet. Guess I should have called first, huh?
This is Anthony. His son is in Jamie's class.
So, it's nice to meet you. But I'll take a rain check on that coffee. No. You stay. Enjoy your coffee, Anthony.
Bobby, please. Please don't go.
If I don't, somebody in this room's gonna get hurt.
It's all about mice, money, ideology, country, excitement. These are the 4 basic motives for spying.
Well, there are no Pakistani citizens working in the Pentagon, but we should take a look at second and third generation.
Okay, we'll check background. Descent alone won't be a good predictor. Now, based on our search of Saad, we've eliminated 13 suspects. So, who's left on this red-on list that needs money?
They're all government employees, so they're all pretty much broke.
Not necessarily. If we factor in affluent families hiring spouses, I bet we can eliminate 1/3 of these names. Let's get a secret warrant. We'll start pulling their financial records. We need to figure out who needs money, who might be sympathetic to the Pakistanis, or who might get a rise out of playing these spy games. And we start eliminating suspects who don't meet any of these criteria.
Well, I don't know how you can do that.
I just spent 2 hours watching a game. I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
I earned a free pass.
Okay, all right. My buddies and I coach some kids in street hockey. You know, youth center. You should come sometime. You can meet my friends.
So tell me about Alaska. I hear it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Danny and I were going to go up there when he finished his tour. Take a cruise up there. But
this suspect has means, motive, and opportunity. Ideology, he's a Muslim who spent his last extended leave in Mecca.
So what? Plenty of Catholics visit St. Peter's. It's very thin.
Hey, Jocelyn, look at me. I respect the fact that you were married. I don't ever want you to feel like you can't talk to me about your husband.
I appreciate that.
And for the record, he was a very lucky man.
He's received several loans from a Muslim charity.
So what are you suggesting? Some kind of payment for his spying services?
We'll investigate the organization, but at the very least, it means the guy's short on cash.
Sir, I'm sorry, but do you have another card? This one isn't going through.
That's okay, Brian. I got this. You paid for the tickets.
And the timing is right. As far as you know, was there any compromised intel before this guy started working at the E-Ring a couple of months ago?
It's still just speculation.
Maybe this will help. According to the log that we took off the computer of a one Sergeant Pierce who works at Saad, this guy signed for the draft 136 when the operation was still called Radio Flyer.
I'll get Captain Shea's John Hancock on this as soon as he's out of the meeting.
Guess how long it took him to retrieve his boss's signature from a desk 10 feet away?
42 minutes.
That is more than enough time to get an unauthorized copy.
Look, I'll pay you back.
Brian, you think I care about money?
It's just, I want to treat you right, Justin, you know?
Let me let you in on a secret.
What's that?
Nobody's made me feel the way you do for a very long time.
Now, you told me this wasn't your first day on the job, Colonel. What is your vast experience telling you?
That our number one suspect is Master Sergeant Brian Meeks.
Master Sergeant Pierce is a devout Christian who lost her husband to Muslim extremists in Iraq. I highly doubt that she is spying for the Pakistanis.
She's romantically involved with our prime suspect, and she's provided him access to the compromised intel.
Well, I suppose she could be an unwitting accomplice. Canson, Ames, Walker, they all played their friends for fools.
Look, at least let me bring her in here quietly. Sure.
Any idea how long this meeting will take, sir?
You losing your voice?
I just strained it a little. Caps game last night.
Hockey? You?
Just so happens Brian is a big fan.
You two have been spending a lot of time together, huh?
Master Sergeant Pierce, I'm Special Agent in Charge Chafee, FBI. Please have a seat.
Colonel, what's going on?
It was a damn ambush. Colonel Tisnewski thinks that local human intelligence in Karachi compromised operational security. We need new safe houses, front companies, cover docks.
Colonel, this office has worked tirelessly setting up our cover support plan in Pakistan. You should be thanking us instead of questioning our effectiveness. I mean, at least until we get the results of the damage assessment.
Mr. Ogilvy, we have ongoing operations in the region. We have to assume that this wasn't an isolated incident. And for all we know, we have widespread problems with our spy network over there. Now, we need to start rebuilding now and from scratch.
The entire cover support plan? That's gonna cost us millions.
If we can't rely on the cover, it's gonna cost lives.
Colonel, you know my office mate, Javed Bakar? Javed here translated the intercepted cell calls that led us to the target in Karachi.
And how long have you known Master Sergeant Meeks?
A few months.
2 months? 3?
2. About 2.
How long have you been dating?
3 weeks or so.
Have you had sexual intercourse?
All right, that's it. I want to speak to Master Sergeant.
Colonel, that is not...
Alone, Chafee.
Gentlemen.
Why are you doing this to me?
Pakistani intelligence has a mole inside the Pentagon. They think it's Meeks.
Sorry, that's ridiculous. I know Brian.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, the FBI thinks that Meeks might have started a relationship with you because of your security access.
Hey, Cap, you seen the doc? What the hell happened? Hoops game got a little out of hand.
It's when you play basketball with bats.
Like I said, it got a little out of hand.
Yeah, and what happens if we get a call to go operational, huh? Unbelievable. Let you animals out of the cage for 20 minutes and now we're man down. Just get him to the damn infirmary.
How do you know you can trust her?
Because I'm telling you I can. JT here.
Hey, something's up with Bobby. He went off on us for an innocent game of combat basketball. And I think he slept there last night.
All right. Keep an eye on him. I'll get there as soon as I can. When he met you, he was charming, but not aggressive. You kept finding yourself bumping into him around the building, where he was always professional and friendly.
So, he's a nice guy.
Maybe there was a little bit of flirting. Nothing too overt. And then he casually mentions that he's new in town. And it just so happens to be the holidays. He knows he's in when you invite him to Christmas dinner, just like part of the family.
He was alone.
Now he can escalate things, flirt a little more. And then he reveals a secret. He's a Muslim. Now, he knows that you're a devout Christian, so it's a risk.
I caught him praying
And then he
by
waits to
accident,
see how you
Colonel.
react. It bugs you. Ooh, it bugs you. But then your heart wins out in the end, just like he hopes. And now he can escalate again. Decides to take you somewhere outside your comfort zone. A hockey game, maybe. And what appears to be him trying to share more of himself is really him just trying to get closer so that he can suggest that you meet his friends.
You should come sometime. You can meet my friends.
How did you know that?
It's exactly what I would do if I were trying to recruit you.
What do you want from me, Colonel?
I want you to spy on him.
Master Sergeant Gretzky.
Master Sergeant Pierce.
I had a good time last night.
Yeah, me too.
I was thinking what you said last night about your friends. I'd like to meet them.
Really?
I want to know everything there is to know about you, Brian.
Oh, Jocelyn. You don't know how happy that makes me.
Sir, I'm gonna have to take sick leave. It's my stomach or something.
You're a terrible liar, Pierce.
You think I'm lying to you, sir?
If you want to go off and play footsie somewhere with your new boyfriend, just say so. Now, you don't have to make up a story.
Sir, I'm offended. Why would you think I would ask for the time off if I weren't really sick?
Oh, no. You're not pregnant, are you, Pierce?
Whose face is bashing in? Is it the job? Huh? Kids? Beth? Oh, all right, take it easy. What's the matter? She wasn't happy to see you?
You kidding? Ruined her date. Anthony. What the hell kind of name is Anthony?
Are you sure it was a date? What happened?
They were coming back from the movies, man. Definitely wasn't the first time either. She sent the kids over to the neighbors, JT.
Did you talk to her? Maybe he's just a friend.
You got any women that are just friends?
Samantha Liston. Okay, that's a bad example, but look, you and Beth have been together for 8 years. She deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Picture's already in my head, man. Nothing she can say is gonna erase it.
Look, maybe she's screwing the guy, maybe she's not, but either way, you have to talk to her.
You don't think I could actually live with something like that, do you?
You ever think about what she has to live with? How many days you been home? 1 day out of 6 weeks?
What are you saying? That makes it okay?
I'm saying stop jumping to conclusions. Go talk to your wife. Come on, get something to drink. You have to draw people out. Make yourself seem recruitable. Express interest in their religion, dissatisfaction with your own country's policies.
In other words, make them trust me by lying through my teeth.
Basically, yeah.
I had to lie to Colonel McNulty today. You know how hard that was for me?
Yeah, I do, actually.
This is just second nature to you, isn't it, sir?
Look, I know this is awful for you. But at the end of the day, could you live with yourself knowing this man was betraying every person who ever put on a uniform, putting operators' lives at risk, and you did nothing to stop him? Now, you get into trouble or feel threatened in any way, the duress code is football.
Football?
You say it, we'll pull you out.
Hey, Brian, where have you been? Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Jocelyn. My friend Asim.
Hello, Wesley.
Now I know where you've been hiding.
We need to run these photos against the FBI database.
That's what she's doing. If they match up with any known Pakistani nationals or persons of interest, we'll get ahead.
Everyone likes you, huh?
Come on, let's go. Remember I said keep those sticks down, John. Brother Meeks.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Welcome, Salam.
All right, Jocelyn, this is Kamal. He runs a rec center. And a great friend, so I moved to D.C.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Kamal.
We need cold, hard cash, Ms. Liston. It's going to take some big bucks to rebuild our network in Pakistan.
We'll need new safe houses, front companies, infill and exfil routes.
Basically, we need to create new cover support plans from scratch.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the briefing, gentlemen. I'll take it under advisement.
Man, we need to cut through the red tape on this one. Pakistan's one of our most important fronts in the war on terror. We need to be back up and running fast.
I understand, Colonel. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me.
What's going on, Sonny?
I need you to drop this, Colonel. And I need you not to ask why. Sir, take a look at this.
You already had this Kamal under surveillance?
Not him. One of the people he drives for.
General Bashir Hafiz, Pakistani military attaché.
Thank you so much for coming, General Hafiz.
We've been watching this Hafiz for a couple of years now.
Well, it looks like we found our link between Meeks and the Pakistanis.
There you go. I haven't seen you at the mosque.
I'm a Baptist.
I see. So how's that work between you?
We're still figuring it out.
You know, Brother Meeks is very committed to the faith.
Express interest in their religion, dissatisfaction with your own country's policies.
I respect how devout Brian is. He doesn't seem to have any doubts.
Do you?
Some of the things this country does in the name of Christianity.
If you're really interested in learning more about what Brian believes, you might want to read this.
The Holy Quran.
You'll see it's not much different than what you've learned in church. In fact, Jesus is one of our prophets.
Thank you, Kamal.
You're welcome, Sister Jocelyn. And if you want to talk more, my door is always open.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah. You're so good with those kids.
Yeah, I love kids, you know? It's like I want to have a whole bushel of them. What's up? Did I say something wrong? Sorry, is this driving you crazy?
No, my daddy was a button pusher.
What's that?
Why don't we listen to some sports radio?
The dress code is football.
Maybe some football.
No, what's going on, Justin?
Get out of the vehicle!
What'd I do?
Ryan,
What'd I do?
cooperate,
You had something to do with this?
please.
You had something to do with this?
Calm down, okay?
Get out of the vehicle!
Let's cooperate.
You had something to do with this?
Just cooperate with them, all right?
What did I do? You had something to do with this? What's going on? Talk to me! Jocelyn, answer me! What's going on? Jocelyn, what's going on? Talk to me!
Who the hell is this guy, Beth?
He's just a friend.
Right.
Hey. Every once in a while, it's nice to talk about something besides finger painting and Barbie dolls.
You know, even if I believe nothing happened, are you saying that this Jody isn't trying to get in your pants?
His name is Anthony. He's married. And you're a jerk.
You know, if he's married, then why the hell isn't he home with his own wife instead of trying to nail mine, huh?
Because his wife is a reservist. She's in Iraq, okay? And we have something in common. We're both lonely. You've been home 36 days in the last 2 years. That's 1 month out of 24.
I can't quit, Beth.
I know.
I don't want to lose you.
Me neither.
So what do we do?
Yes, I went to Mecca. It's one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
We know about the loans from the Islamic Relief Center, too.
You know how much an NCO in the Air Force makes? I needed money for a car when I first got to D.C. Those folks helped me out. And I donate my time to underprivileged kids. Charity. It's another one of the pillars.
The Islamic Relief Center is a front for the Pakistani government.
I served this country, my country, for 15 years. And now I'm a suspect just because I'm a Muslim.
Why don't you make it easier on yourself and just take me through it? How do you get the intel? How do you get it out of the building? You cooperate with me now, you might save your skin.
I want a lawyer. And the only reason I'm a suspect because I'm a Muslim.
It's well trained.
Or innocent.
You know, we could have followed Meeks for months. Tracked his every activity, but no, you panic. This investigation's off the rails.
It was your guys who came up with the brilliant idea of using an FM bandwidth.
If we can't get Meeks to cooperate, We have no choice. We're gonna have to try and take down Kamal Jones.
Sooner or later, he's gonna see that Meeks has been picked up, and then he's gonna disappear into the woodwork.
We've had him under surveillance 24/7. He picks up Hafiz, he drives him around for about an hour, and he drops him in the exact same spot.
So we know how Kamal passes the intel to Pakistan. What we need to figure out is how Meeks gets it out of the building to Kamal.
My guess, electronically.
Yeah, but we checked Meeks' computer. It's clean.
Maybe he's using another terminal. Because when we searched Kamal's office at the rec center, we found a docking station for a pocket PC.
Makes sense that a spy handler would carry a portable device so that it's always on him.
We need to find out what's on the computer without spooking him.
I made a connection with him the other day. I think I can go see him without raising suspicion.
You sure you want to do that?
I need to know the truth.
You need to know Kamal's a very dangerous man. He served 8 years for manslaughter. That's where he found his religion, was in prison.
Just tell me what you want me to do.
It's an infrared relay. All you have to do is get it within a few feet of the computer, position it correctly, and cha-ching. Guy on the other end can drive the computer.
We need a way to hide it.
Purse? Briefcase?
We have to get it right next to the computer. Plunking down a briefcase would be too obvious.
He gave me a Quran.
Sister Jocelyn, I was glad you called. Please sit down.
I had some questions. I didn't know who to ask.
And all the answers you seek are in your hand.
Come on, Sister Jocelyn.
I was wondering if you could recommend something else for me to read besides the Quran that could help me understand, make my parents understand.
Well, let's see.
I'm in.
The autobiography of Malcolm X.
It's inspirational. But still, I think the best way to understand Islam is to study the Quran.
Damn it, I lost the link.
Get it back up.
My mercy prevails over my wrath.
That's beautiful. May I, please? You know, Brian respects you so much. I was wondering if you could...
We're back. Just a few more
Let him
seconds.
know that my interest in Islam is sincere.
Is it?
Got it.
It's my high-tech call to prayer. I get so busy I forget. Would you like to pray with me, Sister Jocelyn?
Oh, no. I gotta get going.
But I thought you wanted me to tell Brian you were sincere.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You're not trying to pull a wool over my friend's eyes, are you?
She's in trouble.
No. She can handle it.
Look, Kamal. I'm so grateful for the time that you spent with me, but maybe I'm just not ready for this.
Be careful, sister. God is merciful, but he's also just. If you are lying, he will punish you.
I looked at Kamal's internet history. He's been posting items on an auction site. Are you guys familiar with steganography?
Yeah, hiding digital data in pictures.
Yeah, well, check this out. Not one thing sold in a year, but then who'd pay $5,000 for this couch?
He's telling the spy where and when to meet him.
So whoever he's communicating with would have visited this auction site.
Well, not just the auction site, these specific items.
Can you trace who?
Every computer in the Pentagon is connected to a central server. It logs the user's internet history. Only one computer in the Pentagon logged onto that $5,000 couch.
Master Sergeant Meeks?
No, ma'am. It was a terminal in DIA.
Who?
Javed Bakar.
Javed here translated the intercepted cell calls that led us to the target in Karachi.
You got the wrong guy.
You convinced me to betray Brian, and he's not even guilty.
We've only got an hour before people start showing up for work. You know, I've worked with this guy, Javed. He so doesn't fit the profile. That's why I crossed him off the suspect list.
We crossed him off because he comes from a wealthy family, and his psych profile said he had very little ego, was totally apolitical.
Javed's been online shopping, all right. It's the same photo Kamal posted.
Run the decryption.
That don't get it. If they're sending information back and forth electronically, why me?
Money, probably. Even if the spy's motives are ideological, there's nothing like cold, hard cash to seal the deal.
Looks like Javed's been posting his own items for sale on the site.
We're talking about dozens of operations. Do you realize how many people this traitor could have gotten killed?
Online shopping is not enough proof. We need to nail this bastard red-handed.
How?
Send him a message from his handler. We set a meeting time and place. Post it to the same website.
But when he shows up to meet his handler, he'll meet us instead.
You should put a tail on him.
If I can find him, he hasn't been home.
You know what? Won't matter. The kind of guy checks his email 50 times a day. He'll show.
You should be thanking us instead of questioning our effectiveness.
Is this some kind of damn joke? What the hell, Kamal?
Turns out it wasn't Javed, it was Ogilvy.
Doug Ogilvy from DIA?
He's already confessed he's cooperating with my investigators. Apparently, he and his wife always took that limo service from the airport. That's how Kamal made contact in the first place.
Why wasn't he a suspect?
He was never read on Operation Radio Flyer to begin with.
But Javed was read on, and he and Ogilvy share an office. Javed's a practicing Muslim, leaves the office several times a day to pray. Ogilvy used those opportunities to access Javed's secure SIPRNet terminal. He was able to read every file that Javed had access to, leak the ones that might have been of interest to his Pakistani handlers. And if Ogilvy ever got caught, a Muslim of Pakistani descent was the perfect patsy.
Sure, fit the profile. So if ideology wasn't Ogilvy's motive, what was?
Mountain of credit card debt. And according to his diary, he was bitter about having been passed over for a promotion last year.
We have to try to turn him.
Turn him into a double agent?
Using him to feed false intel to the Pakistanis may be our best way to mitigate the damage he's done.
You just have to let the rat walk.
It's a smart play. Colonel, Ms. Liston, thank you for lending me Colonel Tisnewski.
I can't believe you two kept me in the dark on this.
The FBI did not give us a choice.
Damn it, Sonny, you always have a choice.
Believe me, Colonel, no one wanted to lie to you. Try to understand.
Don't tell me to understand, kid. When you knew there was a damn spy walking around and nobody saw fit to inform the CO of Special Ops?
Give him time, he'll get over it.
What about Brian Meeks? He's totally innocent.
Kamal was trying to recruit him, but Meeks was oblivious.
Poor guy.
Poor Pierce.
What is it about this place? We can send a missile down a chimney 10,000 miles away. But making a relationship work?
Brian. He said all those things about you. That you were only pursuing me for information.
And you believe him?
I didn't know what to believe.
But deep down there's a part of you that said, hey, he's a Muslim. So maybe he is a traitor.
No. I thought to myself, why would somebody this good want somebody like me? And when they said those things, I thought maybe that's why.
You deserve a good man, Jocelyn. And I hope you find him someday. It can't be me. Not after this.
Okay, turn the card over, go for it.
Any card.
Good. The twos.
Two, good pick, good pick. You pick a two or do.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, she rigged it. She rigged it. Good game, you guys. Good game. Wanna play again? Yeah? Okay.
say?
At the moment, sir, not a thing. Right now, I need to apologize to Colonel McNulty for lying to him.